All right, here we are on this Thursday morning. Time to talk Guardians baseball. And of course, don't forget, we're live on Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. And with us this morning, none other than Bob DiBiasio from the Cleveland Guardians. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Pam. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. Finally, they're coming home, right?
Yep. Winning road trip. The series in Colorado didn't go the way we wanted, but when you start a 6-game road trip, you hope you come home 4-2, and that's exactly what we did. So a successful road trip and a 6-game homestand has a little sparkle to it. The Washington Nationals coming to town, a big promo weekend starting tomorrow night, and then the Royals come to town for 3. The guys chasing us with us. One of the fun stories of the first 2 months of the baseball season. So it'll be fun to have a division rival come to Progressive Field and have the games have some meaning.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking last week that, this is going to be big homestand, like you just said, and should be a lot of fun for folks. But we also talked about the promo schedule for you. And isn't there, it's Stephen Kwan jersey night?
Yeah.
These nights, right?
On Saturday. Yeah. It's Friday's the full array. Free shirt Friday. I believe the free shirt T-shirt is a Bo Naylor, Josh Naylor brother theme. We have the Phantom Fireworks post game, Sugardale Dollar Dogs, of course, almost every Friday, and $2 pregame party in the district, courtesy of Coors Light. Stephen Kwan jersey on Saturday. And the $2 pregame party in the district as well. And then Sunday is Kids Fun Day, Run the Bases, courtesy of Cleveland Clinic Children's. So a full array of promos. CleGuardians.com is the place to go to learn all about that. And then new start times when Kansas City comes to town. Tuesday, Wednesday, 6:40 first pitch. And then next Thursday is one of the great things in the world, a day baseball game.
Day baseball on a Thursday. I think I get to talk to Rosie next Thursday, don't I?
Yeah, his crazy schedule, getting in at 4 a.m. in different places. Yeah, we've had to switch it up to take care of his beauty rest. So he'll join you next Thursday, I'm sure.
And Stephen Kwan, he's doing quite well, isn't he?
Yes. Last night, Columbus was rained out. Gavin Williams was supposed to make a start for his first rehab start, which is a great next step. It's the most important step in rehab, and you hear about pitchers, long tossing, and then they do a bullpen session. And most important, though, is getting back on the mound and competing. He was ready to do that last night, and unfortunately a rain out. So he'll get that done today. I believe Columbus has a doubleheader. I don't know how many innings Stephen Kwan will play, but the chatter is he'll hopefully be in a Cleveland uniform sometime this homestand.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah. It just felt like it was going to be eternity before he came back, honestly,
Well, we're approaching June 1st, so it's been, that 4 weeks that you thought it would take to just make sure that his hamstring and he's ready to play the game of baseball the way he's capable at 100%, make sure his legs are good. And so he's at that point. He's played a couple games at Lake County and today in Columbus. So we shall see.
And I guess the fact that that the team didn't fall off the rails while he was gone surely helped, right?
Well, it's interesting. Jose Ramirez put us on his back the month of May. What he's done this month is absolutely remarkable. We sit here at 18-9 in the month of May. We win tomorrow night and notch our 19th victory for the month. And that matches the first, March, April. We were 19-10. So to get 19 wins back-to-back months to start the season puts you in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, for sure. I also wanted to ask you, because I thought you'd probably be one of the best people for me to talk about it with, is, they decided to add the Negro League statistics into Major League Baseball. Talk a little bit about that.
I think it's wonderful. I absolutely do. There was a time, Pam, like most fans, who looked at record books as sheer numbers. And that's the way I looked at it, even in the beginning of my career. But having been involved in keeping official, score books and things of that nature, being one who was in charge of specific games, that being in our press box and having the official scorebook, you were charged with making sure that you were logging history properly. But the more that I went through this conversation about achievement on the baseball field, I firmly believe now that it's all about the narrative more than the numbers. It's having to look at 125 years of baseball or more, and breaking it down into context. Is how did certain players achieve certain numbers, and what the context is that. Before there was baseball west of the Mississippi, before integration, only train travel. What happened when it became air travel and night games, and a ball that bounced over the fence early in the life of baseball was considered a home run. All those things need to be put in play. So I love what baseball has chosen to do, because I firmly believe the narrative involved in record books is more important than just the number. And I just think it's a wonderful thing. And I think if you're a baseball fan, you would truly dive into and absorb and engage in the narrative, more so than just the number.
So many things to learn.
Yes.
With numbers that you may not have even realized that were accomplished, right?
Yeah, they got the PED era. You've got all different eras of the game of baseball that play a role in the achievement on the field and the numbers that were attained. So the backstory of, like everything in life, is the most intriguing to me, and so I think people should embrace that narrative.
Well, speaking of narratives, and I'll say this real quick, but I'm kind of laughing about it. The Pirates decided to induct Barry Bonds into their Hall of Fame. They're going to do it in a couple of months,
Yeah.
And I've always been a Barry Bonds fan.
Sure.
I separated his personality from it. I was a kid,
Yep.
and I loved him. And so I feel the need to go to the game when they're going to induct him and protect him from all the booze,
Right. No, I couldn't agree with you more. Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., the sweetest left-handed swings, I think. I know people would say, hey, what about Ted Williams and Tony Gwynn and all that? But I just think, Junior and Barry were just unbelievable. Quick Barry Bonds story. His dad played for us in 1979.
Yeah.
So Barry would come in the summertime and hang with his dad. It was my first year as a member of the PR department. There were two of us, Harry Jones, the PR man, and myself as the assistant PR guy. And at batting practice, Barry would get in at 15 years old or whatever and take batting practice, and he'd put balls in the upper deck of Cleveland Stadium. And our manager, Dave Garcia, would lean over to me and whisper, and he goes, he could probably start in my outfield at his age right now. That's how he goes, this kid is going to be unbelievable. And we just get a little chuckle out of that here's this teenager putting balls into the upper deck during batting practice. And I agree with you. Go celebrate him. He did some, stupid stuff late in his life, and it's all part of the sport, but that doesn't mean when he was with Pittsburgh, like we think about Manny Ramirez. When Manny Ramirez was with us, he was a fun-loving kid who was just a terrific baseball player. And when he went to Boston, for some reason, he changed.
Yeah.
And so when he got away from Pittsburgh, certain
Yeah.
things happened
Got
at
a lot
that
bigger.
again, that narrative, that era of baseball, that
Exactly.
narrative
Yes.
that you
Yes.
need to understand.
Right. All right. Well, good chatting with you today, sir. And we'll talk in a couple of weeks.
Yes, we will. Take care. Go Guardians.